Okay, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. Go. Go again. Beautiful. Okay, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
How's it going, eh?
And whoa,
How's it
you
going,
hear
eh?
about what? Well, you can tell.
Okay, you hear about the guy who was opening a beer, eh, and went to drink and then did the stupid thing of looking in the bottle and whoa, there's a mouse in his bottle, eh?
Real mouse. Well, I guess it was dead, right? Drowned from beer and drunk too.
It died. It had a smile on its face, eh?
It died from drunk driving in the bottle. But you know what the guy got? Tell him.
A whole case of beer.
Right.
So our topic today is how to stuff a mouse into a beer bottle without...
Could you guys hear any of that?
Yeah. I was like, is that the start of the show? What's going on?
I'm just listening to whatever.
Hey. What's going on, eh?
Hey, yeah. We're going to talk today about how to get free beers, eh?
Hey.
We get so many Canadians here all the time. I hear that all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, what the fook?
Yeah.
What
your
the
Duke?
fook is that all about? Love that one. I get so much mileage out of that one.
I did get this one ready for you.
You guys ever been to Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Love it.
Went
Nice.
to, I hated it because I went to Winnipeg in the dead of winter. And they had nowhere to put the snow.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, we went to well, as you know, Niagara Falls, as you probably know, Niagara Falls is the honeymoon capital of the world. At least they used to have that title. I don't know if they still do. But we went for Valentine's Day one year thinking, oh, we'll go to the honeymoon capital of the world for the romantic holiday. It was so cold. Oh, my God. I thought my face was just going to fall off. We couldn't tell when it was snowing and when it wasn't snowing because the mist coming off the falls would just turn into snow because it was so cold. But it was beautiful. It was just cold.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. So I was there for 24 hours, and it was 24 hours too long.
Wow. Okay.
But anyway, hey, I did manage to get this one for you, Daniel.
This is my daddy.
Nice.
Followed by...
I am appalled. I have never at the Royal Shakespeare Company. We are so much more restrained.
If you recognize that, that's actually Brent Spiner trying to doing a very good Sir Patrick. So anyway,
He pretty much makes fun of Patrick Stewart at every convention.
Anytime
appearance.
he can.
Anytime he can. Yep.
That's great.
Yep, it is. It's pretty good.
So they never had a lot of direct let us tell you everything that's going on at STLV, but they've leaked a lot of little things. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to kind of present it.
I think we should start with the first thing, the most obvious thing, is that you're wearing a new headset.
The final.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say the intro.
Every day is like our first day.
I know. But mine lights up.
Yeah,
It does.
I'm kind of I was the new headset guy, and I'll just go away now.
I wanted to take orders too.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Someone's
Chad,
got-
you want to play your intro?
Yeah,
It's
do
cool.
the intro.
Go ahead.
I'll play the intro while someone figures out what the ruffling in the background is. I don't know if it's movement or air or what, but here's your intro. It sounds like it's playing twice.
Does have enemies.
I don't know what the deal is with that.
We must
Whatever.
have enemies.
It's
We
doing some
must
kind of
seek them out.
thing in the background. I don't know. Anyway, hey, guess what?
You know what? Let's just go old.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. We've started.
Hello and welcome to TrekCast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dan Lombardo. With me, as always, Chad Waldo and Daniel Reyes with his snazzy new headset that lights
Yes.
up and totally blows mine out of the water. So,
You look like a
There
member
we
of
go.
Voltron.
Well, I mean, I got the Voltrons behind me.
Yeah.
So I needed something. Although I don't know if I want to be the Blue Lion.
No,
Whatever.
I wouldn't want to be the Blue Line either. If I had
Nah.
to choose, I'd be the Black Lion.
Well, that's the lion everyone wants to be.
Of course. Who wants to be the Green Lion?
Nobody wants to be the green.
That's for
lion.
tree huggers. Okay, moving on. So
It's the recyclable lion.
it's the recycled lion. Yes. So
It runs on vegetable oil.
yeah.
It always smells like popcorn.
Oh no, even better. It runs on the used peanut oil from the fryers at all the McDonald's.
There you go.
Which that is an actual business, by the way. There are actual companies who go around and suck up all the used grease from the fryers at McDonald's and then uses that for power generation or other types of oils they refine into. I mean, that's disgusting.
My dad had a Volkswagen, I think it was a Jetta, that he retrofitted. He got the kit and he retrofitted it to run on vegetable oil. And yeah, he used to fuel up at Chinese restaurants. It was pretty funny. Which, contrary to popular belief, you can't just go to a Chinese restaurant and grab the oil and pour it in the car. You actually have to build like a filtering device
Right.
in the garage. So I'm sure if anybody ever looked in our garage, we would have been on some sort of terrorist watch list. It just had these contraptions all over the place, triple filtering this, to get the wonton bits out. But
Yeah.
it was good. He
What
saved
exactly-
a lot of money. He saved a lot of money on fuel when.
Well, yeah.
What was it, like 10 or 15 years ago when the price of fuel was like.
Yeah, it skyrocketed.
Yep.
You're probably meaning the late 70s, which is more than 10 or 15 years ago.
No,
but yeah.
no, not that one. Not that one. There was a more recent.
Yeah.
There was a more recent spike. I think it was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But
Well, welcome
Anyway.
to Foodcast, and alternative energies are us. Here. Get us right back on track here.
Yeah, there you go.
Too much
So-
fun with the soundboard.
I think there's like a Star Trek convention or something going on this
Yeah.
weekend, right? Yeah.
The biggest one of the year, where absolutely no
I
news
think
was
it's-
announced.
I think it's in Cleveland or something.
No. That would be Dragon Con.
Cincinnati.
Dragon Con's in Atlanta.
Yeah,
This is a strange week for me because I went to that con several years in a row, years back, and because of that, I have more than a few Facebook friends that I've made at those conventions. So this is the week where I see a whole bunch of pictures of people doing really cool stuff,
Yep.
and I'm not there.
Yep, I know.
And it kind of hurts my heart a little bit.
Yeah, I've been
But,
kind of off of Twitter a little bit this week because it's just diluted with all of that. Same thing with Facebook. The lady that runs the local Star Trek group here in Kansas City is there, and she's doing all these live broadcasts, and I'm seeing all these panels she's at, and she walked through the Picard Museum exhibit thing and live broadcasted all of that. So it was kind of like seeing an actual walkthrough, which was really cool. I mean, she did a great job. So, Lauren, if you're listening, thanks for doing that. We appreciate it. So, but yeah, that was. It's one of those things where it's, damn it, I don't want to see all this because it ticks me off. I'm not there. But
I know.
What
I
can
wanna
you
be
do?
there too.
What can you do? So
Next year.
yeah, I keep saying. Well, hey, the thing that was always kind of in my way with right now, I would be in Indianapolis this last week for my work stuff for the yearly national convention. Well, they've moved all that to January every year, so there wasn't one this year, which shit. But whatever.
Well, it's January, but it's in Niagara Falls, so you enjoy that, Chad.
Yeah, no, it's in L.A. This year it's in L.A. I get to go to L.A. in January, so that'll be nice.
Nice.
So you guys know that I recently switched jobs, and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, you're on drive-through now, right?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's why you look so glowing.
Yeah.
It's you have a positive glow about you today. You've
And literally, I
unshackled
was
the
sitting there
chains of-
Thursday. Yeah. Literally, I was sitting there Thursday going, shit, I can go to this convention if I really want to. There's nothing stopping me from jumping on the plane and going.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that because I'm sitting here the other day and I'm thinking, the baby's been eating all of her bottles. Jen's kind of got the hang of this. Maybe I could just grab a plane ticket, pack a bag, and go. Not the whole week, just just 3 days.
Yeah.
And then my better judgment chimed in, but yeah.
Yeah, same. So I was like, all right.
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
Next
have anything
year.
in my way next year other than finances, but we'll see how that goes. So,
Okay.
Right on.
always a crapshoot. But hey, are we ready to jump? Oh, I have a quick story before we jump into the news.
Yeah.
So, of all the things you have to do in life, one of the easiest things you would think you'd have to do is just replacing a battery in your car.
Yeah,
not
that
a-
should be.
Not anymore.
Yeah. So, my wife's got
They
a.
used,
Yeah.
they used to be standard. There used to be like 3 kinds.
Yeah.
Now there's
Well, not only that, but we bought my wife a Ford Escape last year. Used, because I don't buy new, because that's just asinine. So it had 20,000 miles on it. It's got 31,000 miles on it now, a year later. That's pretty good. So, but the battery died on it yesterday. So I'm like, oh, okay, great. I'll just jump it real quick and drive it up to the store, grab a battery, replace the battery in a parking lot, and come on home. It should take me all of 25 minutes. That's all it takes with my other car.
Mm-hmm.
So I pop the hood and I look underneath this thing, and I'm like, where the is the battery? I don't like. I can't find it. Like, where the hell is it?
Yeah.
I literally have to go and look it up online. Where's the battery at? Well, there's this plastic cover that covers the whole battery, but 2/3 of it is underneath the cowl of the car. So you have to take the windshield wipers off. You have to take the plastic covering over the top of the cowl off. You have to unbolt the steering fluid cup thing that's bolted onto the cowl. Then you have to take the cowl off. Then you got to take this bracket crap off the top of the battery. Then you can get to the battery.
That's by design, man.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, they want you to take it in.
Well, here's the thing.
I figured it out, but it's 2 hours worth of crap.
Yeah. There's some law, I can't remember what it's called, but there's some law, it dates back to the 70s, the federal law, that basically states that a company cannot say that you have voided your warranty by working on your own property.
Right.
Okay. So, so when Apple tells you, oh, if you take it to an unauthorized dealer, you're voiding the warranty, they're full of shit. They're full of shit.
That
They
went to
can't do
court.
that.
Went to, I think it went to the Supreme Court or something, but that one went all the way.
Yeah,
all the way
and,
up the chain.
And it went back to this law from the 70s, which applied to, home appliances mostly. But you can't void the warranty by working on your own stuff. Okay, you bought it, you paid for it, it's yours. Okay, but they can make it extremely difficult for you to work on your own stuff and discourage you from doing it. So you'll take it to an authorized dealer. So I'm sure that's what's going on there.
Oh yeah, there's no reason for them to have tucked it up underneath all of that, but they did. So whatever. I figured it out. I got it all put back together. Everything works. Next time I have to do it won't be so bad because I'll know exactly what to do and I'll have all the right tools and stuff. But yeah, what a pain in the butt. I wouldn't have thought changing a battery would be this gigantic mess that it was. But oh well. Yeah, I think that court case was called Right to Repair.
I think you're right.
I think that was 2 years ago when they did that. And it also involved John Deere because what they're doing on their tractors right now is making it to where you can't repair them because it voids your warranty. You can't install your own parts. You have to have John Deere do it. And they actually will make the computer controls that are inside the John Deere anymore will actually not allow you to start the vehicle if it notices you've done any repair yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what the...
If there's not a giant on-off switch, I don't even deal with it anymore.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the news.
Attention all hands. It's time for Star Trek news.
All right, so same as last week, I've got news that we'll talk about a little bit later, but here's kind of just some silly stories or interesting ones. First one comes from Forbes, and it says Quentin Tarantino version of Star Trek will utilize best of both worlds. So Tarantino's making the rounds right now, promoting his new movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he started talking a little bit about his upcoming, potentially, Star Trek movie. I don't know. Do you guys really think this is going to happen?
I don't. And especially after hearing what he said in this interview, because he says two things that are totally opposite of one another at the same time.
What?
He basically wants to make a another, JJ Trek, Kelvin timeline.
Mm-hmm.
He wants a movie that looks like that feels like that uses that cast, but is set in the prime timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
interesting. I mean, what the... Not exactly sure how that works, but okay. I mean, at this point, you could make a prime timeline Enterprise movie, maybe or maybe not with that cast, and make it look kind of like the JJ movies because of what Discovery looks like now. If you think about the way Discovery looks and you wanted to make an Enterprise version of that, what they're doing with Pike, they're kind of close, right? But I don't think you can do it with the same cast. How does that make any sense?
See, I would be more interested in doing it the other way, where you use the JJ cast.
Mm-hmm.
It's set in the prime timeline, but they're old enough now that you put them in the Monster Maroon costumes. You set it between Star Trek 4 and 5, and make it look like it fits between those movies. I would like to see that. Yeah, I don't know. The JJ, I'm over it. It's over and I'm over it.
My favorite thing is, though, he says, this is a quote.
Oh, God.
And Benedict Cumberbatch, or whatever his name is, he is not Khan. Khan is Khan. I told JJ, I don't understand this. I don't like it. And he said, ignore it. Nobody likes it.
Yeah, I read that. It's like, what the?
I don't know.
Tarantino's just all over the page. Yeah, this is never going to happen, people.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
It's a nice dream. It's cool that the cool kid wants to play, but no.
No.
I think, especially if this re-merger thing happens, you're gonna see a lot of this. You're gonna see they're gonna pull it back close to home, and it's gonna be their team, it's gonna be their circle, and I don't see it happening.
Nope.
I mean,
and I'm okay with it.
The next movie is supposed to be Tarantino's last film. He said he's only doing 10 and then he's done.
What?
Yeah.
What's
That's
he
the
gonna
other
do?
thing. He says he might do TV. He might do stage plays.
TV. He's gonna follow TMZ around and punch people in the face.
I don't understand how you could put his scripts on TV, like with as much as he likes to use certain words.
Yeah.
Well, TV isn't TV anymore.
That's true. Streaming. Yeah.
No, yeah. I was gonna say streaming. Yeah.
TV is Netflix and Hulu and CBS Plus and Disney All Access and
Hulu with Disney, which is already a thing now. They already came out with the bundled package for the two.
Yeah, they can make Reservoir Dogs Paw Patrol. Whatever.
Well, maybe that's what Tarantino will wind up doing, is directing some other
children's
Star Trek show on CBS or something. Maybe that's what he'll wind up doing.
Maybe. But well, that's basically it. Is that he wants it both ways, and he's Tarantino, so he'll try.
Eat it too, right?
Yeah. Okay. The other news story comes from Newsweek, and we're learning a little bit more about Lower Decks and where it fits in the Star Trek timeline. According to the show's producer, the show will take place in the year 2380, which places it just after Next Generation, but within that whole timeline. So that's kind of interesting.
And they did mention that it's going to be canon. It's not going to live in its own universe. It will follow canon, or whatever canon there is at that time.
This is the animated one.
Yes.
This is the animated one, right.
So the
but
picture
not the Nickelodeon animated.
Yeah,
I know.
So the picture we saw a few weeks ago, they were wearing the Picard style
uniforms,
Starfleet uniforms.
Correct.
Yep.
So but it's set right after TNG. That would be
after Nemesis.
A little bit after Nemesis.
After Nemesis. Okay. All right. That's fine.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can fit it there, I guess.
Yep.
So.
Which means in the lower decks, Romulus won't be there.
We'll see. They can do whatever they want. The last news story comes from TrekToday.com, which I've never heard of this website, but whatever.
Yeah.
Hallmark releases early shots of their 2020 holiday ornaments. So So they've got all sorts of new Star
I'm
Trek.
sorry, I made a face there because this is an entertainment podcast. So when you said Hallmark, my mind thought the Hallmark Channel, and I thought to myself, oh my God, they're jumping in. There's going to be a Star Trek romance Christmas in.
Don't give them ideas, Dan.
Christmas in Starfleet.
Oh man,
They filmed
holiday
some
special.
of those. They filmed some of those around here. We've got a couple of quaint old timey villages up this way. So sometimes in the middle of July they bring out the fake snow and put scarves on people and make I don't know. Christmas
you mean they don't actually fill that
Christmas at Chestnut Ridge, whatever.
The most famous thing they filmed around here was an old movie called Dante's Peak.
Oh,
with
Mm-hmm.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, and Linda Hamilton.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Linda Hamilton,
Yeah.
They've been doing a lot of stuff around here lately. Mark Ruffalo has some project with HBO coming out next year, like a mini series that spans several generations. So they filmed a lot of it around here. They've had period specific cars.
Cool.
Around here for all the period shots. In fact, there was it's been all over the news. So it's been all over the local news because there was a used car dealership that was housing all of these period specific cars, and in the middle of filming it burned down, and half the cars were destroyed. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Somebody got fired.
Was that the next? Is that the next True Detective?
It's called. I like
how we're not talking about the ornaments.
Nah, not at all. It's called I know is true, or I know this much is true, or something like that. I don't know what it's about at all. But just because it was filmed locally, I'll probably subscribe to HBO for a month just to watch it when it comes out, especially since he tied up traffic all spring. But
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us about the Star Trek Hallmark movie.
Yeah. Anyways, for people who care, the ornaments are the Mirror Universe Kirk, Uhura, and Sulu. They're going to cost about $29 each, and then there's a tree topper for $120, which is the Starfleet Delta logo insignia, and then the Enterprise on top, which is your star on top of your tree.
Cool.
So
cool
for $120, people.
Really, they missed an opportunity there.
What's that? Should it be the Red Angel?
The Red Angel. Thank you.
Yeah. No, God, no.
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing about the Hallmark Channel, Dan. You'll get a kick out of this. That was the number one thing that I cited to my wife as to why I was getting rid of cable. I can't have her filling her mind anymore with all of those Hallmark movies. That, and of course, I couldn't stand the fact that I was paying for CNN. But anyway, next.
Well, that's all I've got for those.
That's all you got for
the
those?
other stories later. Yeah.
Okay. And of course, we probably don't
incoming subspace signal.
have any feedback. I have no emails. I know we probably have a few things over on the Facebook side of things. We have no voicemails. Sadly, no one has called into our hotline to leave us a voicemail as of yet.
Man.
So
I tried too. I posted that thing in the group.
Yeah, I did a couple times in different places as well, but hey, it is what it is. So
well, it's the summer. Nobody's talking.
It is. So and everybody's at STLV right now having a good time. I tried to get someone to call in and leave a little report from the field, but nobody obviously wanted to. But in case you're listening to this and for the first time and saying, hey, I didn't know there's a phone number to call into, it is 1-816-873-8448. Again, 1-816-873-8448.
Does that spell anything?
Apply.
Have we figured
I
that
have
out?
no idea. No, I don't know what it is. It's a random number that Skype gives us. But no one's going to answer that. It might ring for about 5 seconds, and it's going to go straight to voicemail. There's a nice British lady that we hired to say, leave your message after the beep. And that's it. But anyway, call in. Obviously, you can email us at chadiswrong@gmail.com. Haven't gotten any emails over there for a while, which means I'm probably right. And, of course, TrekCast
That's not what that means.
at gmail.com as well. And you can get a hold of Daniel over there on that side. And, of course, everything on the Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram, all TrekCast TNG. So we have not hit 2,400 members over in the Facebook group yet either. Even though we've been adding a few here and there, we haven't hit 2,400 yet. We're really close. Help us get to 2,400. Why? Because 2,400 is the 24th century. Okay, so that's why.
So we did get an interesting question over in that thread. I can't remember who put it up, but they said, with all the Picard stuff going on, if someone was looking to catch up and watch the Picard show, what episodes would you have them watch? What are the necessary episodes, you would think, to catch up on the history of Jean-Luc Picard? So I didn't know if you guys had given that any thought.
Only two episodes came to mind, but go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah?
Oh, I was going to say, for sure, the best of both worlds.
Obviously.
Yeah. And I think Nemesis.
Yeah.
Those are like the two main things.
As far as in the series, my first two thoughts were Inner Light.
Yeah.
And, of course, All Good Things.
Yeah.
If you've already watched a lot of TNG and you kind of know, but you just want to kind of think about where Picard's mindset's going to be after Nemesis, obviously you want to watch that movie. But as far as the show goes, those are the two that I would watch.
Yeah.
So.
I've been thinking about it a lot, and I thought about every one that you just said there. But it's a long list.
Yeah, if you really,
I'm looking at it and I'm like, and I'm trying to figure out what episodes or movies really define his personality and show the journey he's been on so far. And, you said the Inner Light, obviously, Tapestry.
Yeah.
I would include Tapestry. I would include First Contact.
How about we just make it easy and say start with season 3 of TNG and watch the whole damn thing? You got plenty of time. And then watch the movies. I mean, it's August. You've got 4 months, 5 months, and then some movies in there. Yeah, that's a long list, man.
It is a long list. I can't remember all the names, but the one where you're stuck in the elevator with the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
With Jay Gordon, my favorite character.
Jay Gordon. Yeah, Jay Gordon.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah. When's he getting a series?
I hope he shows up. They just bring him on the ship just for him to say, "Oh, we're all gonna die." Like 42-year-old man just died.
He's running around in engineering somewhere on Picard's new ship with all these kids, and you just see him running across the screen. No.
He's in the hydroponics bay working on kidney beans. It came out all gooey.
Yeah. I'll be the best.
That's funny.
And also, it was either the episode right after Best of Both Worlds or 2 episodes after that where he goes home.
Oh, yeah. I think it's right after.
Yeah. And you see, at the end of Best of Both Worlds, he was like, I'm fine. I'm back from the Borg. I'm fine. And an episode later, he's just not fine at all.
Right.
So I've got a question about Picard. Do you think we ever see Q in Picard?
Anything's possible, but I don't think so, and I don't know if I would really want to either.
I just think they were so tied together for so long. You have to have him show up at least once. And if you're going to de-age Brent Spiner, why can't you de-age John DeLance?
I don't think they even de-aged Brent Spiner, to be honest, the more I watched that trailer.
They put a lot of make.
They just put enough. They just put enough prosthetic on him, and that's why he looks a little wide.
Nah.
Little puffy.
Little puffy, yeah.
No, I think they de-aged him. They had to.
You think?
Yeah. Because he doesn't look real.
No, not really.
He looks younger than he did on the show.
They've said that that's B4 in the drawer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not Data. Yeah. All right.
When did they say that?
I read that in an article somewhere that one of the producers was saying that's B4.
Yeah, and that's what I figured from the beginning because Data was vaporized. Sorry about that.
I don't know though, because I get a little
emotional.
There's a countdown comic that connects to the Abrams universe.
Yeah,
and Data's in that.
No, Data's personality is in B4's body in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. We did have. So I put on the posting to give us questions, comments, or Tinder pickup lines, and we got some pretty cheesy pickup lines.
Yeah, I don't know if you should read them.
Oh no, they were good by Juan. Oh no, they were really good. Juan did
Do you
want to
read the ones by Juan?
Yeah, read the ones by Juan. They're good.
All right, I'll read a couple of his. I won't read them all because Dan's right. There's a couple that can't be said.
Oh, I'll say it.
All right, you go to it.
Hold on, let me. Oh, and I get to read one on the coffee account too, huh? I just saw your message.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, let me pull it up.
I like that Dan told somebody who was busting his Borg spears.
That's Rich. I know Rich personally, so I have to bust his Borg spears.
Yeah, I
whenever
know.
get a
'Cause
chance.
he's like, Tinder pickup lines. What's Tinder? That's funny. Okay, so here's Juan's Tinder pickup lines.
Go for it.
Any ladies with ample nacelles, hit me up. That's number one. As Daniel downs his pills. Can I load my photon torpedo in your torpedo launcher?
Oh man.
How about this one? This is the best. Did it hurt when the transporter turned you into an angel? I would have said red angel for that one. But...
Oh, I missed that one.
And then, of course, he asks an actual question. Is the Borg Romulan arc the result of the Borg invasion of Romulus? And Dan, you go, is this a question or a Tinder pickup line? That's one way to find out if someone on Tinder is actually going to listen to anything you say about Star Trek. If you just ask questions about that right off the bat. If they can answer,
Exactly.
I'm picking you up. If you can't answer, I'm moving on. Swipe.
Well, you know what's funny is some of those pickup lines might actually work in Las Vegas.
This week. Yeah,
Probably. They might.
That would, when we go next year, whenever we go, we need to go around recording some of those. Just
Oh
see
yeah.
what happens.
Well, I'll do
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh, I want to.
That'd be great.
I would love to do some live broadcasts
Yep.
from that place. That would be great.
Okay, yeah, we did get a coffee.
Yeah.
All brand new. This is a new donation from a new person here. Great. Taryn, Teren. I don't know if that's done on purpose, but
Yeah.
as in a Taryn from the Mirror Universe, but he, she, I don't know what gender this person is. Greetings from STLV 2019. I upgraded the coffee to a Ractigino for each of you. Longtime listener, love the show. Oh, and since you have to sing this, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I have to sing this. Cause I've got faith of the heart. I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. There you go.
Yeah.
You're not going to finish it?
No, that's all she wrote. So that's all I'm going to sing. But you know what's funny about that? I saw a post. And thank you very much for that donation. We really appreciate it. Take
Thank
all
you.
the help we can get. That's a beautiful post. Thanks for doing that from STLV 2019. Hopefully, being a long-time listener, you're telling everybody there at the show about us. Anyway, but no, what's funny, I saw a post on Twitter about a week ago before the old STLV craziness hit, and it was so true. And it was perfect, but it was about that song, and it says, everybody who loves Star Trek hates this song, unless someone starts singing it, and everybody will join in immediately. Which is so true. It's so true. Anyway, thank you very, very much for that. So that's the coffee account. We love those donations that come in whenever you can. We appreciate it. It helps. It helps improve the show. Which is kind of funny because we haven't used those funds for anything at this point, but we will eventually.
Don't say that.
No, they're just sitting there, but we're able to invest our own money in things because we know we've got a little coming in. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus we got
exactly.
plans.
You both have headphones, so there
That's
you go.
right. Mine lights up.
Yours lights up.
Just not going to let that go, are you? Just
I'm
not
very
gonna let
happy
that
that
go.
it lights up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Challenge accepted. I'll do you now.
All right, do
Next episode will
it.
be
You can put ribbons on yours?
a lights and sound extravaganza. It's going
I
to be
can't
a
wait.
multimedia thing.
You know what's funny
You gonna
about
put a
that?
disco ball? What's going on?
I'm gonna retrofit the Spock helmet with this.
Oh,
Yes!
There you go. What's funny about that is I have a pair of headphones or a headset just like what Daniel's got on that I use on my PlayStation. So I might just put those on and light them up.
Well, honestly, that's where I got these.
Yeah.
I went to the gaming section. And that's where I found these.
Cool.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
All right. So
we're moving into our topic then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so maybe I should,
Do it.
Never done it before.
Holy
Oh,
cow.
wow. Look, Fred Durst is here.
I was just gonna say Fred Durst just got here.
Let's go. I'm ready.
You gonna go install a car stereo? What's going on?
And I'm going to steal a car stereo. That's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go take it. I'm going to jack your ride.
Get your act together.
Yeah.
All right. So
If you're not watching
Chad-
this, I'm sorry.
Chad's at a Third Eye Blind concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
He's got that semi-charmed life. Anyways, so STLV has not been the big news dump that San Diego was, but there has been some stuff that has come out, so it's kind of interesting. The first thing that I noticed, I saw it over on TrekMovie.com. The producers of Star Trek apparently now we're talking a little bit about coordinating Picard and Discovery and the future. One of the things they mentioned is that Discovery isn't going to come out until late 2020, so we're pretty far away from Discovery season 3. Yeah. Another thing that they decided to announce is that we're going to get another new captain. At the end of season 2, you might remember that Pike said that they're going to need to pick a new captain, and basically Saru was like, "Yo, that could be me." And
yo, hit
Pike
me
was
up.
like, "Yeah, not so fast." Yeah. So
we're gonna put a pin in that. That's what he said. We're gonna put a pin in
we're
it.
gonna put a pin in that.
Well, Star Trek is racist, so he can't be the lead.
No.
So that was the thing I was going to ask you. If you could cast anyone to be the new captain, who would you put in there with this crew?
It's going to be an unknown. It's going to be someone we haven't met yet. It'll be someone that they find there who is either A, in Starfleet at that time, or B, is just some watered-down version of Starfleet or some remnant of it, but it's not really called Starfleet anymore, or even the United Federation of Planets for that matter. It might be something totally different. It is 1,000 years. That's a long time, right? But they'll need somebody to help navigate what they're doing and where they're going and how to survive in that environment with a ship that is so outdated, it's going to be laughable.
I guess I wasn't asking like where the character is going to come from, but what actor or actress would you put in there?
I guess
I know exactly who it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have who I want.
Oh, I know exactly who it's going to be.
Who?
They leaked this. It's I can't remember his real name, but it's Icheb. They got his tweets.
Oh god.
Oh, finally. Not gonna lie, I'm dying for Terry Crews to be on this show.
Oh, there you go.
We'll
have him flexing his pecs.
It is not like that. Just him popping his pecs with his hands.
Hefty.
I want that so bad.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see who they put as captain. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say it's somebody from within the ship because they're in the future now. So that only makes sense storyline wise. So,
I don't think it'll be Saru, which will be a shame.
Yeah. I
just listen to the way they were talking. They actually didn't really say anything that we didn't already know. You realize that? There had to be a new captain.
Yeah.
Saru was only an acting captain for a very short while. So there had to be, and then Pike's gone, obviously, so there had to be a new captain. The thing about Discovery that's kind of got me, I don't know, a little concerned about their season 3 is what the hell are they going to do with Michelle Yeoh? She's on their ship 930 years into the future. Somehow she's got to get back to do Section 31. Yeah. So
No, there's nothing that says the Section 31 show is set in the 23rd century.
Yeah,
they could go 1,000 years in the future, hook up with Starfleet there. She hooks up with Section 31 there, and That's where it branches off into 2 shows.
Huh.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I guess we'll see.
That
what
would
they
seem
do.
kind of odd to me. It would seem kind of odd to me because then you would be having. I mean, so what? You're going to have other shows that somehow take place during that 930-year gap. I mean,
Well, yeah, because then you've got Discovery in the past. You've got Picard, which is kind of
that would be
a
in the
little bit-
past.
well, yeah, but it's further along in the timeline than Discovery, and then you would have Section 31 way further down the road. So that's how you make them all 3 different shows that really don't intersect. I mean, it's one way to do it.
Yeah, it is, but that's something about that feels wrong. I get Discovery's way into the future. They're doing their thing. They're not coming back. That's fine. That's that show. But to jump the entire series that far into the future would either A, mean they're going to rewrite everything we know about Star Trek at this point and leave everything else in the past after they get past Picard, or what? I mean, it seems like way too far of a gap to take the entire franchise that far forward. But that's just me.
Well, we don't know that they're going to stay there.
No,
either.
we
Yeah,
don't.
we're just speculating.
We don't.
You know,
Yeah,
they could end up quantum leaping around for.
That's what it'll be.
The mushroom
Sam
drive.
Bakula will show up as the new captain.
Ah,
He'll quantum leap into Saru's body.
talking Porthos looking for cheese.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Flatulence on the bridge.
yeah. Good times. Other story came from the Hollywood Reporter, and they are, of course, announcing prequel comics and books for Picard, and we will be seeing those from IDW and Simon and Schuster books. So get ready to buy more stuff.
Merchandising!
Exactly.
When
Apparently,
do those
these
come
books.
in? End of the year?
It doesn't say exactly when. It just says that they're coming. So get your wallets ready because they want your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahead of you subscribing to CBS All Access.
Indeed.
My son is 6, and he can't stop talking about the Picard lunchbox that he wants.
Oh, yeah.
What?
The Picard lunchbox.
Of course. Yeah. So
I'm not sure they'll make one.
Well, then he wants the #1 plushie.
there you go. The dog, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that came out after our show. They officially said the dog is named #1.
Yeah.
So, of course.
And now that's gotta make William Riker feel great that he's been reduced down to a dog that gets ordered around because that's what Picard thinks of him.
No. Your dog is your best friend.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Is it though? Really? I mean, I have a dog.
I know. Your corgi is.
Corgi's evil.
Yeah. The Korg of what's your shirt?
The Korg of personality.
Yeah, the Korg of personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I finally came up with the perfect design to put on my shirt.
Okay, we'll talk
Chad is
about it.
wrong. Hashtag Chad is wrong across the top. Below the graphic, it's just going to say TrekCast.com, but the graphic is going to be me doing this, just an outline kind of with duct tape over my mouth. That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's good.
No one's copyrighted my face.
That's true.
I really wanted to have the Enterprise upside down, but for logistics reasons.
Legal, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to have everybody get pissed off. So anyway.
That's true. The other story is that Discovery Season 2 is coming out on Blu-ray and DVD in November, November 12th to be exact. They're also going to have about 2 hours of bonus features. So that's kind of cool, I guess. They'll have 2 episodes of the short treks, the one with Saru and the one with Tilly. So that's neat.
But not the others?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Is
But
it
those are the
because
few
the
that
others
was directed-
somehow play into what's going to come next?
I don't know.
Because-
You can kind of argue that the one with the AI directly links too. So the only one that didn't was the one with what's his name?
Harry Mudd.
Mudd. Yeah. So.
Well, that's
But
what I'm
we'll be
saying.
getting,
Did they leave?
deleted
Did they
scenes.
leave the Calypso one out because it does directly impact what's coming up in season 3? And did they leave the Harry Mudd one out because somehow he shows up? That'd be hysterical. I don't know how that happens, but anyway, just
No,
a
they
thought.
didn't say, but I mean, we're getting more short treks too, so it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense why they leave those out for a season 3 DVD down the road. You know?
So you have to buy another set.
Yeah.
Set
probably.
1 comes with these 2. Set 2 comes with those 2.
Yeah, there you go. Or you buy them on direct download or something.
Yeah. How about you just subscribe to CBS All Access and watch?
That's what's called a dick move. You know, I have a memory of watching the final episode of Enterprise, and one of the things that really ticked me off is during the final episode there was a commercial for the DVD season sets that were coming out in a month. And it just really irked me because it's like you have zero faith in this show to continue it for another 3 years, but you're going to try and sell me the first 4 seasons on DVD.
Yeah.
And that just rubbed me the wrong way. So, I mean, these short treks, they're what, 7, 12 minutes long or whatever?
15 minutes.
They're 15
minutes, whatever they are. Yeah. You mash all of them together, and it's not even one episode. Just put them on the goddamn disc.
Yeah.
Right.
Why are you only going to put 2? I don't care what the reason is.
Yeah.
I like that this is what fired you up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fired up about a DVD that I'm not going to buy no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's funny.
I mean, the last story that's come out from STLV is that they announced the writers for the Nickelodeon cartoon. We still don't have a name for it. We still don't have anything other than this group of writers. It's people who have worked on like the Lego Movie or Troll Hunters. I mean, I could list the names, but none of us know them. So they've got some good pedigree behind the show. It'll be exciting to see what comes out, but still no release date for the show. Still no concept for the show. At least that's official. They probably have an idea.
I thought the concept was a bunch of young kids who find a starship. Starship. What the hell is that? Find a starship, and they just kind of roam around.
That was the early concept, but I mean, we don't know if they've changed it now that they've got the writers.
Yeah.
So, or altered it in some way. So
it's Scooby-Doo in space.
Yeah.
Basically,
Scooby-Doo with a little bit of little Einstein.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like. And there is one more topic to bring up that comes out of STLV. But before I get to that, it kind of sounds like we're going to get, obviously we're going to get Picard first. And if Discovery comes late 2020, then maybe they put the first season of Lower Decks between the two. I mean, they've already got stills. They've already got voice actors lined up. I can't see why they wouldn't get enough done for season 1 to come out this time. Next year, in time for STLV next year. Well, if the fall is going to be when Discovery comes out.
They've also got the short treks that they're shooting, but I think
those
are supposed to. Yeah, I think those come out before Picard.
Right. Yeah, those would come out first. Yeah, then Picard.
Yeah. Because I'm guessing Picard's going to come out like last weekend of December, just like Discovery this year.
Well, they said 2020 in the trailer. It says 2020.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say late 2019. It says 2020. So my thought is probably middle of January. It'll probably be done by the middle of April. It's 10 episodes, right? 10 weeks.
Yeah.
That's how they'd probably spread it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe March, actually, but whatever. And then you'd have a little bit of break there, just enough to not cancel your subscription. And then they start Lower Decks, and then that goes until right around now. And then that's when they announce in September is when Discovery, or at some point Discovery hits. And so, I mean, their whole concept here is to have Trek year round, right? So they're probably bumping Discovery back on purpose to give Lower Decks time to come directly after Picard and keep it going. They just started shooting
Discovery this week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it just started back up.
Well, they did that last year where they started right in the middle of the summer, and they still hit by January.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I think they bumped it back specifically to give something room. It must be Lower Decks. That's my hot take, my theory.
That, or they want to kill Orville because Orville's not coming until late 2020.
That's another. Yeah, they want to have it coming out right at the same time that Orville hits on Hulu.
Yeah. Which then you'll have Disney Plus and all that too. So.
Yeah. Well, Disney Plus is this year, end of this year.
Yeah, November, Mandalorian and all that. So. It's. The gorillas are fighting.
Yes, they are. It's the streaming wars.
Hey, Lower Decks. You said that is canon?
Yes.
They've said that?
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Okay. So, there's been all this talk about cameos in Picard, and we know for certain, 7 of 9 is there, Data's there, Riker, Troy. Am I missing anybody?
Chakotay.
Wesley.
Chakotay and Wesley.
I don't know. No.
Anyway, I'm leading into a question.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think we're going to see any cameos in Lower Decks? I mean,
should.
voice acting. Making arrangements for voice acting is a lot easier than getting somebody on set. I mean, you can put them in a recording studio, pretty much any major city. They can rent studio time and just have them record from anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you could get
it's
Worf
set
back. You get Wesley back.
Oh, I know he's first on the line. He and Icheb are tweeting away.
No, I think what they'll probably
Nog.
do, if they're smart, as far as the guest stars for Lower Decks, they won't even be Trek related. It'll be big name.
So?
It'll be big name
Wait, what, the
voiceover
Harlem
actors. Who
Globetrotters?
just,
What?
yeah, no, I'm talking about Tom Hanks will come on as Woody, and no, I'm kidding. No, I mean they'll have guest stars, voice actors that are well known from other anime series, or either that or just other acting
like a
jobs
Tara
in general.
Strong or somebody like that.
Well, yeah, they could bring in The Rock. They could bring in Dwayne Johnson to do a voiceover.
Oh, The Rock will not do this. He
Well, I'm
charges
just
way
saying.
too much. He literally has a show called Billions, or whatever that is, Ballers, whatever. Yeah, no.
Ballers. Yeah, no, I'm just saying they'll get. They would probably have. I would think they'd be more likely to do guest stars like that than they would be Marina Sirtis or Brent Spiner or anything like that, because they're already going to be tied into Picard and doing other things. So
they're going to get like Ariana Grande or somebody like that for the kiddies.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
it's true.
Taylor Swift will come on and start saying,
looking like a cat.
You need to calm down. Shut up, Taylor.
It's twice Chad sang this episode.
Can we go for the hat trick? Will we get 3 out of them?
It's 2 times too many.
I bet we could get him to do some Michael McDonald.
Oh,
forget, not in love anymore.
Michael McDonald.
Right.
Never be the same again.
Or some Kenny Loggins.
I'm so scared of the show right now.
Oh
man. Anyway, okay.
That's it, man. I'm done.
Well, one more bit of news that comes out of STLV, okay? And this is the controversial.
Yeah.
This is the controversial thing, and it's not really anything you're going to read anywhere or see anywhere, but it's my take that CBS and those running Star Trek themselves right now, Kurtzman, the whole 9 yards, and maybe even the new media marketing people have made a giant boo-boo.
What's that?
And they made a huge boo-boo at STLV this year. And that big boo-boo is they didn't hold anything back for major announcements for this week. The premier Star Trek convention of the year that's been held every year for decades in Vegas, you laid it all out at San Diego Comic-Con and left nothing for the devoted fans at STLV.
I don't know if that's a boo-boo.
I think it is. I think it. I would have left something. One little thing, something.
Here's the thing. Creation, the company that runs those, they used to have several. I mean, Las Vegas was always the big one, but they used to have several of those every year.
Yeah.
There was a New York City based one, which was usually in New Jersey. I think it was Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or something. But there was the Vegas one. There was a Los Angeles one. There was a New York one. I think they did Chicago. I mean, now it's Vegas and sometimes the Jersey one. I don't even think they do it anymore. Yeah. And if you go to their website, they do more. They do more conventions for like that show Supernatural than they do for Star Trek. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like,
no, they do. Yeah.
You know, there's so many other conventions out there that are bigger than Star Trek right now, and Comic-Con's a misnomer. It's not Comic-Con. It should be Pop Culture Con or something.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And I think from a marketing standpoint, it makes more sense for them to release it at Comic-Con to that bigger audience, because the people who are in Las Vegas this week, they don't care. They don't care about the news nugget, the tidbit. They're there to see Brent Spiner and Marina Sirtis and have their pictures taken and get their autographs and run around in their cosplay and see everybody that they haven't seen in a year and hugs and kisses. And that's what those things are like. And that's why I'm so sad that I'm not there. That's my take.
That's fair point. That's fair point. From my standpoint, I just think that they would have left something over for.
Yeah, they should have. They should have kept
something little, one little thing, the kind of and there's more moment like Apple does. One more thing. Even if it was just a new scene that they only aired at STLV in one of the main halls. As a reward for being there. Here, whatever. Major fan. Here, do one thing you guys get to see, no one else gets to see. That kind of thing. But. Oh well.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
they're getting up to speed. That whole
year.
Team's getting That whole team's getting up to speed with things. They just got started back in March, April, something like that. It's their first time around with that new team. So we'll see how they do.
They still got licensing to do, so who knows? They could
licensing, the alternate licensing, the Canada licensing. I mean, yeah.
There's a lot for them for down the road. So. Yeah.
Yep. So okay. Anything else, gentlemen? Was that it?
I think that's it, man.
That was a quick show.
It was.
It was an hour. It was exactly an hour.
Right at 56, 57 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
All right, we're coming up on a hard break. That's radio talk.
That is radio talk, yes. I'm aware. I used to be in radio.
Yeah, you did.
And now he's on drive-through. Boom.
That's right.
He also
used to drive through.
He also used to have this.
I also have Mexican judo. You don't know if I got a gun. You don't know if I got a knife. You don't know if I got friends outside Maine.
Didn't LeVar Burton want to tell us something?
LeVar Burton did want to tell us something.
This is my daddy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, LeVar.
or even this one.
Nick, she's in your head.
What are you talking about? That is ridiculous because
What was that?
I drove right back to her. Oh my gosh, she's in my head.
What is that?
It's from The Mummy.
Yeah, it's from The Mummy.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise.
It is.
All right, well, that's it.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll sign off by finishing How to Get a Mouse into a Beer Can from the Great White North.
Without breaking its bones.
Right.
So that they'll look at it and give you a case and not think you hosed them by deliberately stuffing one in, eh? It's like...
That goes on for another 5 minutes. It's great. Anyway. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.